subscribe for more.
I didn't expect fireworks in my relationship, just consistency. I'm Callum Reeves, 38, project manager, routine guy. When I met Harper Whitmore, she was energy, sharp smile, loud laugh, always late, always apologizing. I liked that contrast. She said I grounded her. For 3 years it worked. We didn't fight much. We planned trips, cooked together, built something that felt adult and steady. I thought that was enough. The first time her ex came up, I didn't flinch. People have pasts. I trusted her. His name was Julian Hart. College boyfriend, she said. Long time ago. They stayed friends because they shared a dog once, shared memories, shared history. I nodded, told myself maturity meant not being threatened by ghosts. Over time, the mentions increased. Casual drops in conversation. Julian said this. Julian would love that place. Julian just moved back to town. I noticed how her tone changed when she said his name. Lighter somehow. Still, I didn't accuse. I didn't interrogate. I believed in giving space. Then, one Tuesday evening, while we were clearing plates, she said it. I'm having dinner tomorrow, with Julian. She said it the way you say you're stopping for groceries. I paused, dried my hands, and asked one question. Just you two? She rolled her eyes. Not dramatically, just enough. It's just dinner with my ex. Don't make it weird. Something shifted right there. Not anger, awareness. The eye roll wasn't about Julian. It was about me, about my right to question anything. I smiled, nodded, and said, okay. She looked relieved, kissed my cheek, and went back to her phone. The next day felt longer than usual. Meetings blurred. My phone stayed silent. I didn't text. I didn't check her location. I waited. She came home around 10, smelling like perfume she never wore for me. She talked fast, too many details. Funny stories, inside jokes. I listened, nodded, said I was tired, and went to bed. I didn't sleep. I replayed small things I had ignored. The late replies, the sudden gym sessions, the way she guarded her phone. This wasn't paranoia. It was pattern recognition. Over the next weeks, dinners became occasional coffees. Coffees became walks. Walks became catching up. Each time I expressed discomfort, I got the same look, the eye roll. You're being insecure. I stopped bringing it up. Not because it felt okay, but because I was tired of defending my boundaries. One night, I asked her directly if she still had feelings for him. She sighed, like a teacher correcting a slow student. I chose you, didn't I? That answer sounded right, but felt empty. Choosing someone isn't the same as protecting them. The final dinner happened on a Friday. She dressed carefully, not flashy, just intentional. When she passed me, I caught my reflection in the mirror behind her. I looked smaller than I remembered. She grabbed her coat and said she might be late. I smiled and said nothing. While she was gone, I packed quietly. Not everything, just essentials. Laptop, clothes, documents. I left the apartment exactly how it was. Clean, neutral, no notes, no accusations. She came home past midnight, found me sitting on the couch, bags by the door. She froze. What's this? She asked. I stood, calm. I thought about what you said. It's just dinner with your ex, and this is just me choosing differently. She laughed once, sharp. You're overreacting. I shook my head. No, I'm responding. I didn't mention Julian. I didn't list offenses. I didn't argue facts. I told her one thing. I won't compete with someone you minimize my concerns for. She tried to negotiate then. Promises, adjustments. Suddenly, it was serious. I listened, thanked her, and picked up my bags. As I opened the door, she asked if this was really happening. I smiled again. Yes. Outside, the air felt colder, clearer. My chest felt light. Not happy, free. Later, friends asked what happened. I kept it simple. She rolled her eyes when I asked for respect. Weeks passed. I stayed with my brother in Bristol for a while, then found a short-term flat. Harper texted occasionally, testing the temperature. Messages about missing me, about mistakes, about how Julian was never the issue. I replied politely, briefly, without reopening doors. Silence can be respectful when it's intentional. I wasn't bitter. I wasn't angry. I just saw things clearly now. I noticed how often I had shrunk myself to avoid conflict, how often I had accepted eye rolls instead of conversations, how easily I had confused patience with self-erasure. Those realizations were uncomfortable, but honest. One evening, I ran into Julian by accident at a bar near my office. He recognized me immediately, smiled awkwardly. We exchanged small talk. He mentioned Harper, said she was having a hard time. I nodded, wished him well, and excused myself. Walking home, I felt nothing. No jealousy, no rage, just distance. Harper called a month later. Her voice sounded softer. She said she understood now. Said she didn't realize how dismissive she'd been. Said losing me forced her to look at herself. I listened. I told her I believed growth was possible. I also told her I wouldn't be there to witness it. I didn't frame myself as the hero of the story. I played my part. I stayed too long. I avoided hard conversations. I trusted words over patterns. Owning that mattered. It meant I could do better next time. People talk about dramatic endings, shouting matches, slammed doors. Mine was quieter. A smile, a decision, a refusal to accept being minimized. If someone asks me now what changed everything, I don't mention the X. I mention the eye roll, because respect rarely disappears all at once. It erodes in small gestures you're told not to notice. The moment you do notice and choose yourself anyway, that's when the story ends. Quiet decisions like that reshape lives more than loud arguments ever could. Permanently.